Today we're talking about the ideal, the ultimate diet for diabetics, and specifically type 2 diabetics. So I want to show you in this video exactly what to eat and what to avoid if you've got type 2 diabetes and you want to reverse it. Hey guys, Yuri L. Kame here, New York Times best-selling author, renowned health and fitness expert, and the man to help you live a healthier, fitter, and more prosperous life. So let's have a talk here. Let's have a discussion about type 2 diabetes and what to eat to reverse it, because type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disorder. It's not something that's genetic. Sure, there's maybe risk factors if your parents have it, but here's the thing. We have control over everything we do, everything we put in our mouths, and that's going to have an impact on our health, on how we look, how we feel, and so forth. And so what I want you to understand is that type 2 diabetes, if you have it, you can, based on the actions you start taking today, move in the direction of reversing it. And I've seen this with my own dad, with thousands of my own customers and clients around the world. And it's not like stage 4 cancer, which is unfortunately pretty terminal for most people. Type 2 diabetes doesn't have to be the end of the world. It doesn't have to mean you go blind. It doesn't have to mean you get your legs amputated. If we can control this, even if you've had it for 10 years, we can get things back to normal, okay? I never want you to give up hope, because there is hope. So let's talk about what to eat. And honestly, it's pretty simple. Theoretically, in practice, it's a little bit different. And the reason for that is because as humans, especially if you're older, you've probably been used to eating a certain way for a long time. And those habits are going to take time to change. So I'm going to give you a couple tips in order to help you overcome some of those not so great habits if you have them, and help you incorporate what I'm about to share with you. So the diet for diabetics is pretty simple. It's eating a whole foods diet that is loaded with just quality foods from planet Earth, right? Not from boxes and packages and stuff like that, but natural quality foods with a good amount of protein, good amount of fiber, and healthy carbohydrates. Low in sugar, low in rancid fats, and low in foods that increase inflammation inside your body. So that is the theory of how simple it is. Now again, what does that even look like? So first and foremost, let's talk about what to avoid. We want to avoid refined sugar. We want to avoid the simple carbohydrates like white bread, bread in general, to be honest with you, should be removed, because not only does it get very easily digested, even if it's whole wheat, and that's going to spike your blood sugar, but it also creates inflammation inside your body. And we now know that inflammation is one of the reasons that our cells stop responding to insulin. So we want to do things to reduce and remove inflammation, and we want to get rid of some of these inflammatory foods, right? So gluten is one of them. We want to look at removing dairy is another type of inflammatory food, and those two will start making a big difference, okay? So let's kind of move those to the side, and with the wheat, with the gluten, we're looking at removing the sugar, okay? So the cupcakes, the muffins, the pastries, the chocolate, all that kind of stuff, we need to really cut that out. And again, I would say I'm pretty liberal with my diet. I'm not a food Nazi, but when it gets to the stage of type 2 diabetes or something even worse, you have to start making tough decisions, because if you don't and you keep doing what you've been doing, you're always going to get the same response. You're always going to get the same results, and unfortunately, maybe even worse. You probably noticed that I don't have any hair, and that's because I lost all of my hair to an autoimmune condition when I was 17 years old after suffering with digestive issues, eczema, asthma, and really low energy for almost 15 years, and never cluing into what that meant. Eventually, my body said, hey, knock, knock, let's send you something more powerful to consider. Boom, my hair was gone in 6 weeks. So all this to say that your body, the signs, every disease is simply a sign or symptom from your body saying, hey, wake up. This is a sign you need to do something different. That's all it is. It's just a sign. It's just a message from your body saying, hey, we need to do some stuff a little bit differently, okay? So we got to get rid of the junk. Second is we need to start really infusing your body with great quality nutrition. First and foremost, lots of veggies, lots of greens, lots of those good, just fibrous vegetables, right? Leafy greens, kale, spinach, so forth. The brassica vegetables, so cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, these are all going to help so many aspects of your health. Better liver function so you can detoxify properly and better regulate blood sugar levels. It's going to give you the right amount of fiber to remove a lot of the nonsense and the toxins and stuff out of your body, but it's also going to slow the digestion process so you don't have these surges of sugar coming out of your stomach right into the bloodstream and spiking your blood sugar. We can look at things like clean proteins, so healthy animal products like eggs, grass-fed beef, chicken, wild-caught fish, okay? You don't have to have animal products. If you want to go vegetarian, you can have things like lentils, chickpeas, legumes, things like that. Tremendous source of protein, great source of fiber, and I think they're just one whole food group that most people completely ignore, but they've got massive, massive benefits in terms of reducing inflammation, reducing blood sugar, helping you lose weight, and so forth. So clean proteins are really important. We can look at another category called fit fats. So healthy fats, coconut oil, grass-fed butter, those are the stable saturated fats, great for cooking. We look at the monounsaturated fats, olive oil, avocado oil, or olives and avocado eaten in their whole form, tremendous. We can look at adding walnuts to that category as well, even almonds to some degree. Polyunsaturated fats, these are the very liquidy, unstable fats that are very powerful but need to be carefully taken care of. These should be stored in cool, dark environments because they're very easily damaged by heat, oxygen, and light. So we're looking at things like fish oil, algae oil for the omega-3s, very good for reducing inflammation, really important. Flaxseed oil, hemp seed oil, those types of oils are great for just taking them orally by the spoonful, or you can even add them, hemp seed oil, flaxseed oil, to like salad dressings. Fish oil, maybe not so much, but those are some really important fats you want to be including in your diet. And then we can start looking at starchy carbs and fruit. Now, starchy carbs, you don't have to overdo these, okay? Because obviously with type 2 diabetes, we want to mitigate the glycemic load of any given meal we have. So when we look at things like yams, sweet potatoes, I would stay away from the cooked white potatoes, but the sweet potatoes and yams are pretty good. Carrots, beets, again, you want to keep those on the low end. You don't want to be overdoing those unless you're extremely active. Okay, so I would say probably the size of a palm, okay, or a fist, right? So if you have one fist per day of those starchy carbs, that's a good place. And then looking at the fruit, looking at non-sweet fruit, so berries, apples, and pears. Those are the kind of categories of fruit you want to stick to. They're low glycemic, they're not going to spike your blood sugar, great source of antioxidants, great source of fiber, really important. What you want to stay away from on the fruit side are the tropical ones, the watermelon, the ripe bananas, the mangoes, stuff like that. Those are really high in sugar, so you want to stay away from those. But I mean, that's the key, is understanding that kind of a whole foods diet where you're getting lots of nutrients in, reducing inflammation in the body, reducing sugar intake, that in time is going to make a big difference on your ability to reverse type 2 diabetes, because you absolutely can reverse it. Okay, never give up hope. And in conjunction with the right type of exercise, I've actually created a video to show you the #1 type of exercise you should be doing as someone with type 2 diabetes. Please watch that. I'll include that in the link in the description. You can absolutely reverse this condition, okay? Again, I've seen it in my own father. I've seen it with thousands of our customers and clients, and you can as well. I believe if you follow this plan, simple protocol, and stick to it diligently, it will make a difference. Now, I want to finish by giving you a couple simple habit tips to make this a bit easier. So always remember, when it comes to eating well, is that your environment will always trump willpower. So what that means is if you have cake sitting on your counter, that is going to be very easy for you to access no matter how much willpower you have to eat healthier. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get rid of the junk out of the house. Don't even bring it in. Go through your pantry, get rid of the sweets, get rid of the packaged goods, and I don't care if you spend money on them, you got to throw them out if you're serious about taking control of this condition. That's the first thing. You want to set up your environment to win. And then the second thing I'll leave you with is just focus on one tiny habit per day. Don't worry about doing all this stuff at once. If it's too overwhelming, just say, hey, listen, here's what I'm going to do. Instead of starting my morning with a coffee and a donut or a muffin or whatever else, I'm going to start my morning with a protein shake. And that's all you're going to do, is just start the morning with a protein shake. The protein, get some good fiber in there, like ground flax seeds or chia seeds. That's going to keep you full longer. It's going to stabilize your blood sugar. It's going to reduce cravings. That's a great way to start your day. And that just helps you move in the right direction, as opposed to starting with caffeine and sugar and just going down this, nasty hill. So that's a simple habit. One small thing, start there and build on that, and then set up your environment to win. Cool? So if you've enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel, because I've got lots more great stuff coming your way. And I've got a free gift for you. It's called the Diabetes Debacle. It's a free report that I'd like to hook you up with because I believe that it will really help you. And inside, I'm gonna really kind of lay out some of the important things you need to know about when it comes to type 2 diabetes, a lot of the medications, some of their contraindications, the things doctors aren't telling you, and some really healthy natural alternatives that you can start implementing into your life to get a better handle on diabetes. Cool, so you can grab that for free. It's my way of saying thank you so much for watching this. Just click the button on this video or the link in the description. Grab it today, you can download it right now. And thank you so much for taking the time to join me. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon.